Okay, so we are chatting about funnels today. And so we are going to learn to stop scrambling to get couples and start using strategy to book weddings without spending every spare second or wasting money marketing your wedding business. So that is our goal today. So if you are new to my world, haven't followed me or yet, please do so at Chris Cruzy Weddings. I will definitely follow you back. I love helping and supporting you, giving your posts some love, all of those great things. Okay, so as a wedding pro, we face one unique problem that other industries don't. And what that is you don't, and we don't get any returning couples, hopefully, right? So you're sitting there wishing for your next couple to book with you. Unless you offer other services outside of weddings, then you might end up, being able to get some repeat business if you're a photographer or something like that. But overall, from the wedding standpoint, and if our main business is weddings, we are always looking for our next couple. And that can be a frustrating feeling. So as a wedding pro, you're always, looking to see kind of where's that next couple going to come from? Are they going to come from, Instagram? Are they going to come from my website? You're hustling, trying to figure out and get that next couple booked. So your success is based on weddings booked this week or maybe next week or this month. That's how we're always looking at our business. It feels like is how many weddings did I book this week? How many weddings did I book this month? And, if you're like, oh, I booked 1, I booked 0, I booked 5, and you get in this roller coaster of emotion because you end up, it's all over the place a lot of times. So that's kind of our unique problem in our industry. And so I'm going to help you solve that. So you feel like you have to constantly hustle. A lot of times we're scrambling, we're hustling, and you're usually hustling for one of 2 reasons, or maybe even both. And the first one is you are focusing on the wrong things, or maybe just 1 or 2 tactics to try and book those weddings. So what happens is we are utilizing our time on things that aren't actually going to help us book those weddings. We think they are, or we get in this comfort zone of being, of trying different things and hoping that's going to help us book more weddings because that's our comfort zone. And so we don't move outside of that. Or there's 1 or 2 tactics that we might do constantly, and those tactics might not really be working anymore. And so that's sometimes what I see. The second one is you stopped marketing because you didn't have enough time. And this is the other one. As a wedding pro, we get stuck in this cycle because we have our busy months and we have our slower months, right? So we are kind of all over the place as far as that goes. And so we have good intentions of being constant and consistent in our marketing, but we get busy because we're performing our services. And then, for some of us, if you're a photographer, those types of things, you even have to, you have services on the back end. You still have to perform the editing and then sharing the photos that, if you're a videographer, sharing your videos. So you even have additional work that takes up and consumes your time. So you get too busy performing your amazing services for your wedding that you don't have time to actually end up marketing your business. And so those are kind of the 2 things. Who agrees? Share with me, do you feel like you're 1 or 2? What is kind of where, or maybe both? Let me look here. Can I turn off the doorbell chime? Let me see. I was trying to see if I could do that. Let me see if it's under security. I'm not seeing that. So hopefully that won't be too annoying. Okay. Let's see. Both. Definitely number 2, but probably both. Yes. So that's kind of what happens is we end up, and it might be different times of the year that different things happen and those kinds of things. So, okay. When you notice your lack of bookings are happening, a lot of times it's too late not to affect your business and your revenue goals, because usually the marketing effort you're putting in today will pay off in 3 or more months. And the reason it's so far out for us is because when we're booking weddings, a lot of times they're booking out, further in advance. So it's pushes out even further for our industry. So you will notice a pattern in your business that when you are consistently marketing, you'll get more bookings. When you are not marketing, you'll get less bookings because you'll have less leads coming in. So it's just kind of that twofold thing. But a lot of times we don't really break it down and think of it that way. But I've just seen it happen so much that when we stop marketing, then we go, oh, we're not getting any bookings. And then you see that blank pieces in your calendar because you weren't marketing. And so we want to get more people saving those dates on your calendar consistently. So you can probably relate to that from sharing with that before, but it's not your fault, because what's happened over the years is within the wedding industry, things have changed. So the tactics and things that worked previously are no longer working like they used to. And so that is a lot of what I'm seeing. There's a lot of wedding pros right now that are struggling to book weddings and things like that. And that's where I'm going to help share on how to fix that today, because it's just that things have changed. I say this a lot. We as wedding pros get older, but our clients, our couples get younger. And so we have to adapt to what our couples are looking for and what our couples are really needing and wanting, versus thinking and doing what we think they should and how they want to book. So our goal here today is I'm going to teach you how to finally implement a marketing strategy into your business that does that heavy lifting for you, so that you don't have to spend every spare second marketing your business or lose out on months of bookings because you didn't have time to market your business. So we're going to solve those problems today. And I'm going to share with you 3 reasons why marketing funnels don't have to be complicated, because I know that they are, because they were for me years ago as well. And you're going to learn how marketing funnels can transform your business, your life, and create a booked out calendar with your ideal weddings with less work. And we're going to talk about the 3 funnels every wedding business needs to boost your bookings. And I'm going to help you implement the right funnel based on your stage in business, so you can excite and attract those right couples, convert them to bookings, and surprise and delight your couples to get referred over and over again. And we're going to talk about the 3 easy to use tech tools you need to market your business. And I want you to know they don't have to be expensive. I'm big on sharing resources that are inexpensive because, again, as a wedding business solopreneur, for some of us, all of those expenses add up. So I'm big on that too. All right. So if you are new to my world, I know there's some of you that have been in my world for a while, but if you're new, I am Carissa Cruzy. I help wedding pros cut through the chaos and fuel their wedding business with marketing strategies. A lot of what I teach is on content, funnels, and automation. Marketing and sales is my superpower. That my years ago, I was in marketing and sales, corporate world. That's kind of my background. I've been a wedding business owner for over 10 years. And I grew my business from 1 service in 1 state to 4 services in 3 states. So that's kind of fun. I've been able to expand and utilize these strategies that I'm now teaching within my business, as well as sharing them with my students. I'm all about strategy. I'm not about flash in the pan type tactics, because strategy is what makes you a sustainable wedding business and keeps you in business long term and keeps you having that consistent revenue coming in the door. I love funnels and automation because they're time savers and it help you book more weddings. And I've 2x'd my revenue and took 1 week off a month for about the last 5 years, utilizing the strategies that I teach. And I wanted to just share this. So my background is kind of unique. When I end up sharing this, a lot of times I kind of forget this piece, but my background's kind of unique within my own wedding business. We actually do photography, videography, photo booth, and DJ. We actually did wedding planning for about 5 years as well. And we did invitations for about 8 years. So we did invitations up until about COVID. And then our vendor that we used for our pockets and different things like that went out of business. And so we ended up just kind of eliminating that service. And then I was actually in the real estate world. I was a director of marketing for real estate. So the venue side, from the rentals and things like that, I've got a lot of experience there, and in college, I actually worked in a flower shop and did weddings and stuff. So I have this really vast, like weird background as far as wedding goes. And so I can really help a lot of different wedding pros in the industry, which I absolutely love. So you might have seen me around, but the one thing I would like to mention is great things never come from comfort zones. So if you write that down, because that's always something that I like to keep in the back of my head, because a lot of times we will have to do things within our business to grow that pushes us outside of our comfort zone. But when we do, and we see the results that we get, it's just such an amazing feeling. So great things never come from your comfort zones. I just like to mention that. Okay, so you need leads to be able to book more weddings without having your business running your life, having to hustle and constantly marketing all year long. But most wedding coaches out there right now are only teaching you how to book your next wedding with one-off strategies. And those strategies need consistent nurturing by you each and every week, even during those busy times. And that is what has become the problem. So, because those are not sustainable long-term. You can do those for a period of time. You can do those for maybe a few weeks, a few months, but then we get busy, life happens, and we aren't able to keep consistent with those things. And those are also usually a lot of times things that you're not able to hand off to somebody else, to a VA or to something, because you don't really have that whole process in place. There might be pieces, but you're still having to be the ultimate one touching all of those. And that's where our problem comes in, because we don't have a sustainable system in place. So that is where marketing funnels come in. So marketing funnels, I hear this a lot. Marketing funnels are only for businesses that have repeat clients. That is actually wrong. I thought the same thing years ago. It was said marketing funnels wouldn't work in the wedding industry, and I believed them. And then my business and marketing brain, and I was like, I don't think that's right. And so I decided I was going to test it out on my own wedding business. I was going to take what I knew from my marketing and sales background and be like, and flip it upside down and try it out. So I did. And that advice I got was wrong. So there's 3 things that wedding funnels did for my business specifically. I was able to build out a simple marketing funnel to test it on my wedding business, and I booked a couple of weddings from it. And I was like, hey, this is pretty cool. Like, okay, so how do I keep this going? What do I do? Like, what do I need to do from there? So I created and tested many funnel options and fine-tuned what works best for the wedding industry. And that's my 3 funnel marketing method that I developed that I'm sharing with you guys today. And the second thing it did is it 2x my revenue, why I took off 1 week a month. So that was super cool to me, because I was able to actually rejuvenate. I was able to love my business. I was able to know that I had something sustainable. And if something did happen in my life, I knew that I could keep a constant flow of bookings coming in the door. So that is kind of the 3 things. And I want to share with you what one of my students has said about adding funnels to her business. So she actually booked her first couple with her new marketing strategy, and she turned it on after 5 days, and she had booked a couple from that. So I want you to know that funnels do work. You just have to have the right pieces in place. And that is what I'm going to tell you what you need to do to get those in place. So I want to show you how you can implement the same funnel marketing strategy into your wedding business too. And this is something that I just came up with that I really like to, so you can write this down. New leads need love. And what that means is that we have to give our leads nowadays a lot more love than we used to. Previously, somebody would reach out to us, we'd share our information, we'd give them, what they wanted, a proposal, we were in their price range, all of that. Then they'd sign the contract, pay the deposit, we'd get the wedding booked. Nowadays, it feels like a lot more work. It feels like they might be talking to a lot of people. It's hard to pinpoint whether they're excited or not. It's hard to get, they might say that they're interested and then they ghost you. it's kind of all over the place. And that's where this new leads need love comes from, because the couples nowadays want to feel like they are important. They want to feel nurtured. They want to feel that love from you. They need multiple touch points from you. And that's where funnels come in and is the game changer for your business, makes you stand out from your competition and keeps you top of mind. So what even are funnels, right? So some of you might be going, okay, marketing funnels, what even is it? Funnels love on your leads in a non-sleazy or slimy way, okay? That's the other thing you'll learn. I'm a very genuine person. I'm a very down-to-earth person. Like whatever I do, I don't want it to come off cold. I don't want it to come off like slimy. I don't want it to come off pushy. So funnels help you do that without doing it in that way. So they are just a fancy term for how people move through the process of getting to know you and eventually, hopefully, book you for their wedding and creating those raving fans. Okay. So we want to create the couples we do book, we want to make them raving fans about our business. And that's what funnels can do as well. So they tie all of your marketing efforts together because they help couples who are interested in what you do make a decision to book you for their wedding or not. And the fun thing about funnels is because a lot of pieces are automated, the effort that's going into it is not actually coming from you each time. You're not having to email them each time. So you are able to save your energy and effort for those things that you need to do in your business, but you're loving on your leads in the back side of it. So a simple automated funnel can help. There's three things. It can help your couples learn you exist. It discover more about you, your business, and how you can help them craft your perfect wedding. So the one thing I always say as well is if somebody that's newly engaged doesn't know you exist, they can't book you. So we have to get in front of them, know that you exist so that you even become an option for them to want to book you. The second thing is we can nurture and guide our couples towards requesting more information, maybe a brochure, a proposal, setting up a chat, or signing the proposal, paying the deposit, whatever that might be. We can nurture and guide those couples towards that next step in the booking process. And we can do that with the funnel as well. And we can do that in a nurturing, kind, non-slimy, sleazy way. We can also stand out and showcase our professionalism and our attention to details through curated, thoughtful, and automatic communication. So the other thing is what funnels do is they keep you top of mind because you're showing up in their inbox. Whatever it is that we're building into that funnel, you're going to stand out because most of your competition does not have a funnel in place because 1, they don't think they need it. 2, they think they're complicated. And 3, they don't know how to set them up. But I'm helping you with all of that today so you can be the one in your market that shows up differently and shows up as that professional and that shows up consistently and stays top of mind. So that is kind of the other big thing that funnels do. So this is all through automated processes, emails, so you don't have to manually keep track and send everything. So you are saving your energy for those things that you love to do or be able to get time back to spend with your family, whatever it is that might be. So you are creating a marketing machine. That's what I want you to think of is you're creating your own marketing machine. So if you're manually doing this, you are probably losing out on bookings because you don't follow up immediately, you don't follow up enough, or you forget to follow up at all. And I've had that previously when I didn't have funnels in place. Things would fall through the cracks. I would forget or something would happen in my life. And I would, be able to follow up in time. And then they said, oh, I already booked somebody else. And it's like this like, dagger in your heart kind of thing. Like, oh no, I lost them kind of thing. And we don't want any of that to happen. So we're going to be proactive with your funnels so that never happens to you. And so we have all been there, even myself, and we can fix it. So here are the 4 simple stages to your marketing funnel. And I like to break things down in like a really simple way because funnels can get really complicated. but they don't have to be as far as what we're needing to create for our wedding business. And so there's really 4 stages: your awareness stage, your interest stage, decision, and delight. So awareness is where they're finding out about you. They're learning that you're even an option. The other, and then interest is where we are, sharing more information. So they're getting a little bit more excited about us. Or, maybe it's a proposal, having that chat, whatever it might be. They're ready to learn more about us. Decision is they're deciding whether to book us or not, which we hope they do. And delight is where we want to surprise after they booked. This is where I like to surprise, and I call it delight, where we're showing up differently. We're not going to ghost them after they've booked us. So a lot of times what we end up doing is we get so, it hurts us when we get ghosted. And then once they book, a lot of times we end up ghosting our clients because their wedding might be 12 months out, 18 months out. And so we're going to make sure we don't do that. So here is, it even kind of broke down a little further. So this is where your leads start. So they come into the top of your funnel, and we're going to work them all the way down, and hopefully they're going to end up booking us. So I just like to give a couple of terms because these are some terms that you might hear out there that you might have heard. So top of funnel, TOF, this is the top of funnel. So this means where your leads are coming in. This is your middle of funnel, the interest and decision. So this is where they're kind of in the decision. They're trying to figure out if you're the right fit. Does your package's pricing work for them? All of that good stuff. And then the bottom of funnel, this is where they become a client, and we're going to make sure we give them some love. So I just wanted to share that kind of so that you knew the leads come into the top, they filter on down, and then what these terms mean is top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel. So 4 stages actually equals 3 funnels. So you don't need a funnel for each one of these. You only need 3 actually. And the first funnel is your excite and attract lead funnel. So I have it broken down where you have your lead funnel, your bookings funnel, and your get referred funnel. So those are the 3, and I'm going to kind of go through those in more detail. So your lead funnel is where we're going to entice your cold audience, so people that don't know about you, with an irresistible opt-in or a lead magnet or a freebie. There's several terms for that. So they'll want to throw their contact information at you, and you can impress with your expertise from the get-go. Okay. The second funnel is your captivate and convert, your bookings funnel. So this is where we're going to nurture your warm audience. So your cold audience is converted to a warm audience now because they know about you, and they're wanting to know more about you now. So now they're kind of a warm audience. They're testing the water to see if you're the right fit. So we're going to nurture them so they'll learn more about you and your expertise, and ultimately choose to book with you. So that's the goal of this funnel. And then our funnel 3 is our surprise and delight get referred funnel. And this is where we're going to give people love after they book and ensure they feel truly taken care of, so that there's no buyer's remorse and that you get testimonials and referrals. And so the idea here is we want to create them as raving fans that they want to share your information and say, hey, book this person because they were just amazing, and share that with their family, friends, and even strangers. So these are the 3 simple funnels your wedding business needs. And I like to, again, I kind of broke it down: cold audience, warm audience, hot audience. Depending on how your brain, I'm a visual person. And I know people learn like differently. So I like to kind of give it different terms. So your lead funnel, bookings funnel, and your get referred funnel. And each of these funnels build on top of each other. So you don't just need one funnel. Each of these build on top of each other. And they kind of all become a process and a journey that your leads go through. So when you look at it, your cold audience, they'll come here. So they'll come in, and then they'll come over to your bookings funnel. And then they'll go to, if they end up booking, then they'll go to your surprise and delight get referred funnel. Now, sometimes we skip that lead funnel, that the lead magnet opt-in funnel, because they might have gone direct to your website, or maybe they did get referred by somebody. and so they went to your website, filled out your contact form. So those people are already going to go straight to your bookings funnel. Okay, because they're already ready to give you their contact information. They don't necessarily need that opt-in or that lead magnet, because they already kind of found you someplace else. Maybe it was on Pinterest from a blog, or maybe it was from Instagram, you popped up in their feed, or whatever it might be. They found you a different way. That lead usually comes in, or maybe it was a DM too. I should probably put, a DM from Instagram, those types of things from here as well. And so then you lead into your bookings funnel. So that is kind of a funnel journey that I just like to share so that you understand kind of what we're trying to create here. So your excite and attract lead funnel is actually going to look like this. So we're going to promote your lead magnet, and a lead magnet is something that your couple, or that your ideal couple is excited to have. So if, for instance, you are a photographer, an engagement guide works really well because, an engagement guide, from the standpoint of like maybe what to wear for their engagement session, that type of thing, because that is what is something that they haven't probably booked yet, and they haven't probably booked their photographer yet. So what I want you to think of is, from your lead magnet standpoint, is something that goes back to the services you provide, but also is kind of a step before they're ready to book you. So or there's questions that they might be asking before they book the services, because ultimately we don't want people opting in for our lead magnet if they're not going to purchase our services, right? That doesn't really do us any good. So we want to get creative and make sure that we have those couple of steps in place before we actually end up creating our lead magnet. So there's a couple of things there that we really want to make sure that we take into account. And then once they, so this is how you're going to promote your lead magnet. So you're going to do that on your website. You're going to do that. You can sometimes do that in Facebook groups, depending on if they allow that. There's several different ways that I teach you on how to promote your lead magnet. And then they're going to go to an opt-in page that you're going to share what that lead magnet is, so that they can enter their contact information. And then from there, once they enter their contact information, they're going to go to a thank you page, and you're going to send them an email with that opt-in, that freebie, whatever it was that they requested from you. So this is your lead funnel. So this is something that you can promote at various times of the year. You can have it, you can plan it out on where you're going to promote it at. You can have it on your blogs, your website, Pinterest. Like, you can post this. What I say is you're going to blast this everywhere. And then one nice thing is about our industry is we always do have new couples coming down, new getting engaged. So we always do have a new group of people that are always going to be looking for our services. So once we create this and we kind of hone it in to like our irresistible lead magnet, this will just churn on autopilot. The next one is your captivate and your convert, your bookings funnel. And so once they come in through that lead funnel, or if they came in through your website, like I mentioned, they're going to now come into this funnel. And this funnel is where we're going to nurture them. We're going to give them that love that they need. So when I talked about that new leads need love, this is a lot of that piece of where this comes in at. So we're going to give them some nurture emails, and then we're going to do sales emails as well, but we're going to do them in a nurturing way and in a non-pushy way. We're going to share your story. We're going to share kind of what value you bring, how you're different. And this is going to set you apart, because you are going to, you're not going to be just sending emails that say, hey, are you ready to book my services? Hey, we still have your date available. Are you ready to book? Like, you're going to be showing up in a caring way and not just be coming off as a trying to get another wedding on the books. And that is what these new couples are ideally wanting and needing from you as a wedding pro. And this is the gap that a lot of the industry is missing now, because it's how things have changed within the last few years. More of these couples are, on social media more. They don't really communicate a lot through phone, all of that kind of stuff. So they do a lot of stuff through that lurking side, I like to say. So we want to make sure that we are consistently nurturing them. And then so that's kind of your bookings funnel. And then you're going to do your own process on kind of your contracts, your proposals, all of that kind of stuff. And that kind of fits into here as well, because, but this is how you're going to get them to actually want to book a call with you or request more information. So I kind of missed that part I wanted to share. Then once they've actually booked, so they've signed the contract, they paid the deposit, you're like, yay, thank you. You're on our calendar. So then what you're going to do is you're going to move them into your client journey funnel now, which is your get referred funnel. And this is where we're going to, and this will be different for each wedding pro, because depending on the services you provide, this one's going to be a little different. So you're going to figure out what is it that you need from your couple. So if you're a DJ, for instance, you're going to need, to find out ahead of time, like what songs do they want played, what songs do they don't want played, like all of that. You're going to probably have some type of questionnaire. So we're going to build that into your funnel. If you're a wedding planner, you're going to do a lot more stuff up front. So you're going to build into your funnel, like those different touch points that you need. And so we're going to automate as much stuff as possible from that client journey side. And then what we can also do that a lot of times we miss out on revenue is we can do what we call upsells. And we can do these automatically within our funnel as well. So again, if you are maybe a videographer and you want to offer drone footage or something, and so you could offer that as an upsell. You could say, hey, and if that's not in your package already or something. So it'd be something that's not already in your package, something that they could add on that would be a benefit to them because they've already booked you. They've already decided you were the right one for them. So now if you can grab a little additional revenue from an upsell side of things, that will just help your bottom line. So that's what we also do within this funnel, is we develop some different upsell opportunities so that you can weave those in and hopefully end up booking a few more add-on services that you didn't previously. So another great one is if you are like, say for instance, you have a photo booth, you could always add that in for an upsell side of things on the back end and be like, or if you do fog machines or whatever it is from the services you provide. I love this piece because this is a piece that brides, couples are excited. And then especially as it gets closer, they're like, oh yeah, I want that too. And there might not even be an option that they knew existed, because a lot of times I actually do all the selling for my wedding business still. And so I'm very in tune to what the brides and couples are asking for. And a lot of times we don't want to push too many services on the front end because we don't want to push them away. So once we book them, then we can share more of those add-on options that they will end up being like, hey, yeah, I'll add that on now, that kind of thing. So that's kind of the idea. So this whole funnel here is going to be a little bit unique to your business, because we're going to add on questionnaires. You might do a gift of some sort, texts, other check-ins, pre-wedding calls, and then we want to make sure, obviously, we request our testimonials afterwards as well. So that is that third funnel. So this is kind of the full diagram on how it all fits together. So the three funnels, so your full marketing funnel system. And so you have your lead funnel, your bookings funnel, and then your get referred funnel. So that is kind of how all of that weaves together and keeps them moving through the process. And so nothing falls through the cracks. And this looks complicated, but it's actually not, because I actually break it down for you step by step and give you as I get more to it, I give you swipe files, everything that you need. So you're not having to really do anything from scratch. That's also kind of my key is I love to make sure you're not doing anything from scratch. Okay, so let's go back to this graphic here. So again, this is, and I try to color code everything so you can kind of keep track as well. So this is going to be your lead funnel. This awareness stage, your top of funnel. Your interested decision is your captivate and convert, your bookings funnel. So this is your middle, and then this is your surprise and delight, get referred funnel. So that's how it all equates back to these 4 stages. And I've put these 2, interest and decision, together into one funnel because I didn't feel like it needed to really be broken out. It was pretty much, they kind of feed together all together. So I've always just put those 2 into one funnel instead of having separate ones for that. So I'm all about simplifying where we can. So these are the types of results you can get when you implement funnels. And these are actual Wedding Pro students of mine's results. So it increases your leads, your consultations, your website views. You get emails. Well, your emails will get opened and clicked. Your text messages will get read and replied to because you're showing up differently. You're showing up in that loving way. So the lead magnet opt-ins, for instance, this is, you'll see these are, you can do tags in your email system and things like that. But you'll see they, different leads coming in, your open rates. The industry says you should get an open rate of 20%. I really recommend, I like to see over 30% for our industry because they are usually hotter leads. They don't stay in our system, in our funnel forever. So I like to see above 30%. And a lot of times my students will get in that 40 to 50% range. And so that is phenomenal. And that's because the more emails they open, the more clicks we get, the more opportunity it is that they're most likely going to book you. Click-through rates as well. A lot of times the industry says 1%. I like to see that a little bit higher if possible, and you'll see some click-through rates here, 2%, 3%, 4%, 6% on the email rates. And then website stats, we obviously want to see your website get more traffic because you'll be pushing more people to your website, which that will increase. And then text stats, if you end up utilizing texting, your delivery rate and then your reply rate is what I usually look at because we want them to be replying to us. And we can do texting in a non-slimy way too, where we can nurture them in a way that they actually want to reply to us. And I'm going to take a look here. I think we've got. All right, I've got, there's a few comments here. This makes me happy. My stress level is coming down. The visual is soothing. Oh, good. That's what I tried to do. Good, good, good. I'm so happy to hear it. How do we generate all these email sequences? I should be sharing that here in just a few minutes for you. So love that you asked that. Okay, so, and these are the types of results when you implement funnels. Here's some more stuff. So you'll have, you'll see those instant deposits, emails coming in. Here's a monthly sales that you'll see that you can actually generate consistent sales every month. Files booked. I just kind of like, and your close ratio actually go up as well because you will be nurturing those leads until they'll come back. So a lot of times too, what I've seen is, and it's actually just happened to me, is there was a lead that we've been nurturing for 6 months and they just came back and booked a wedding. So there's some different things that way that, and I could go into a whole nother topic, but it is taking longer for couples to book. And so we do need to stay in front of them for a longer period of time. It used to be where they would book after like a week or, after a few days to a week, maybe 2 weeks. Now it's taking them longer to book. And you'll get client referrals because that's kind of our third funnel is we want to get those vendor referrals and those client referrals and those types of things. And so that's where those results come in and help you to boost those bookings without having to always be finding those cold people because they're coming in as a warm lead. So let's now break down your funnel your funnel tech stack. So this is the next piece, right? You're like, okay, I understand the whole map on how that works, but now the tech. So it doesn't have to be complicated for the tech either, and it doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. And so there's really 3 tech tools that you need to market your business. You need a website, you need a CRM system, and you need an email marketing automation system. So there may be the tech tools you use for these doesn't really matter as long as it's a website, a CRM system, and it can do email marketing. So there's lots of different softwares out there. So I don't want you to get stuck on the software specifically, because you might have a website you love, you might have a CRM system that you love, or you might have an email marketing system you love. You might have none of these in place, or maybe you just have a website right now, or maybe you just have a website and CRM system, or maybe you have, you might have a different combo, whatever it is. So don't get hung up on it. These are just the 3 items you need. And I then get asked a lot of times, what systems do you love? And so I love Showit for the website. That is what I found I've used a lot of different systems. I've used a lot of different platforms, and Showit is my favorite. One of the things I love about the systems or the software that I provide is I can give you swipe files. So they allow me to set it up in my system. I can then share a code with you that you can then pop it into your own system, your own software on your side of it with the same platform, and you can tweak it for your business. You're not having to start from scratch or do anything from that standpoint. So that's also when I kind of look at the systems that I love to be able to just share with you swipe files, so you don't have to create it from scratch and try to figure out how to do it on your own. So Showit is the website. CRM system, I ran across Rock Paper Coin over the last few months, and it's become my favorite CRM system. And there's several reasons why. It's simplistic, and they gave me 13 months free that I can provide to you guys as well. So that is super cool, because I'm all about what works well. And their fees is 2.5% versus a lot of times it's like 2.9% for other platforms, plus maybe a 30-cent fee, different things like that. So their fee is less expensive as well, which means more money back into your pocket from when somebody books. So the thing about Rock Paper Coin is they do contracts, proposals, invoices, and that's really what we need. And we keep track of our clients and things like that in there. And that's really what we're needing from a wedding industry standpoint. I've personally used other companies. I have Honeybook, Dubsado, those kinds of things. And what I found is they've become overly complicated and for what the wedding industry needs. So that is kind of why I've loved working with Rock Paper Coin over the last few months and testing that out, is because they've really just created exactly what we need from the wedding industry, because we're going to have our website and then we're going to have our email marketing system, because a lot of the email pieces within those other platforms don't really do the funnel piece and don't really do what we need them to do. So we're having to do multiple pieces anyways, and it's kind of just making it all clunky. So this is kind of my tech stack. If you didn't have one in place and you said, what tech stack do I need? I would do Showit, I would do Rock Paper Coin for my CRM, and then ActiveCampaign for my email marketing system. Now, some of you might have Flowdesk. I know several of you might have Go High Level, which is they kind of incorporate all 3 of these together. That works as well. MailChimp. There's a lot of different things, like I said, from a system wise, that they all will pretty much work. But this would be like, if you're like, hey, what do you recommend? These are the 3 that I recommend. Let me look at the, let's see here. Can we see this recording later on? Yes, Yes, this will, I will be sending it out as soon as it's available. It'll probably be early this evening. What programs do you use? Answer that. I like HoneyBook for CRM and automation. Working with Chris on the show, a template for the website. Yep. I would love to. Yes, Julie, I know. I'm working with Rock Paper Coin to get it in Canada and the UK, because I know I've got some of my people in my community that are in the UK too that really want to use it. So I'm working with them on that to try to get them and see when that's going to roll out. I know they have it in the works. I'm just not sure when it's rolling out. Marcy says, I love Rock Paper Coin. It's so easy to use and they have such phenomenal staff. Yes, that's the other thing. Their customer service is amazing. And they do have an onboarding where they will onboard if you're with a different CRM system now, they'll actually convert everything over for you. So they make it super easy. In England, please, Chris. Yes, Carol. Yep, I'm working on it. I'm going to actually reach out to Rock Paper Coin after this again and find out if I can get a little bit more on the international side. I have HoneyBook, trying to get away from them because exactly what you had said, it gets too complex. So I do like the ease of use of the proposal templates. Transitioning to Rock Paper Coin, use an outside free process. Doesn't cost me money and only charges fees to the client. Yes, yeah, there's unfortunately, from the business side, I like to, when you're thinking of your pricing and things like that, we want to make sure we're not putting off our clients as well. So I would just build the fee into your pricing and just have it be that way, so that, because it's kind of off-putting sometimes to the client if they're having to then pay a fee for a credit card or something like that. So that's just something to keep in mind. I just try to always build those into my packages and pricing on my end. I use DJ Event Planner. Yep, that's a great one for DJs. Yep. That will work. The email marketing piece, you would probably still need to have a separate email system for that, because I don't believe, I just had another client I was in the DJ Event Planner for, and it doesn't have the funnel piece that you need from the email marketing side. So you would probably need an email marketing system. Also, what are your thoughts on using Flowdesk or MailChimp for automated emails? Both of those work fantastic. So both of those work. The reason why I share ActiveCampaign and why I like that one is, one, I can share my actual automations with you. You can swipe them, just put them right into your account. The other thing is you only need the light version with ActiveCampaign, and it's $9 a month. So, and I think Flowdesk is like $39. So I'm always trying to bring you kind of the cheapest option that works the best for what we need to do. And I actually use ActiveCampaign in my business. So I know kind of all the ins and outs of it and all of that kind of stuff, but I've worked with Flowdesk and that works just fine, and MailChimp too. So, yep. Is it Constant Contact the same? So yes, Constant Contact is. So you could definitely use Constant Contact as well. Perfect. Okay. I just want to make sure I got those questions answered. All right. So if you are ready to set up your funnels, but you don't want to do it alone, I want to, this is kind of where I'm going to share with you how you can work with me now. If you want to, you can obviously take everything I've shared with you and go run with it and implement it on your own. And that is wonderful. I have no problems with that. I'm like, I want more people to set up funnels in their business because it's just a game changer. But if you are interested in having me help you, and I have so it used to be brides to bookings. It's now couples to closing. So I've revamped it, and we're added even more stuff and all of that good stuff. So if you are in my brides to bookings already, you are actually going to get couples to closing automatically. So I've just taken and revamped it. So I think there's a couple people that are in my brides to bookings. I think Rick is. So yeah, just want you to know that you will get couples to closing. So couples to closing is everything you need to build out your 3 simple funnels and your marketing strategy to book more weddings with ease and make more money. And so you get my 3 proven high conversion marketing funnels, coaching, accountability, and support. And this is obviously designed for wedding pros by myself, who is a wedding pro as well, because our industry is different. And what's super exciting about this right now is I'm going to actually run a live round of this. And I don't do this very often. And what that means is you will actually get over 12 weeks, you will work on building your funnels together, and you will get feedback from me. You can ask questions, so you are not doing this alone. So Couples to Closing was designed to stop leaving couples to be hanging by only following up with them maybe once, or maybe you did a couple times, but multiple touch points are required, but you're too busy delivering, your services to manually reach out again and again. And you just get busy, right? So it's also designed to create an easy way to find those new leads that ideally doesn't require any of your ongoing time and attention. And you get to automate your potential couple follow-up so that you can focus on delivering the best experience possible while booking those new weddings with less effort. And we're going to show as much love to your booked couples as you do to your leads, so that you create raving fans that can't wait to refer you to their family, friends, and even strangers. So that's the goal behind Couples to Closing. And you will build your own 3 simple and fully automated marketing funnels unique for your business. And when I say unique for your business, I'm going to share with you how to weave in your own services, your own personality, your own brand into those. So if you can automate your marketing with an easy sales process, you get to focus on what you love, crafting that perfect day for that beautiful couple you work with. So within funnel 1, and so I've got it broke down for you on what we're going to do in each one of these funnels. So in funnel 1, and all of this will be on the sales page as well, but you're going to get my exact lead map strategy that helps you build out your lead magnet. I also am including as a bonus my marketing funnel strategy bootcamp, which is about your ideal client, market research. We're going to kind of drive into a little bit more so that you can really hone in and create that messaging that's going to talk to your ideal couple. And then I'm throwing in a bonus because there is some people want to create a quiz lead magnet. And that's kind of a separate strategy. And so I've included that for you as well if you want to actually do a quiz, because a lot of times brides, grooms, they love quizzes, and it's a great way to get contact information from your ideal couples through quizzes. So that is going to be funnel 1 that we're going to go through. And then funnel 2 is our bookings funnel. And so this is where we're going to build our email sequences. We're going to write those out. We're going to create the whole funnel, the tech side of it, all of that stuff. And then I've got some other things on how to put gifts in your emails, how to wow your couples with your copy, subject lines, implementing a monthly newsletter twice a month, some different things that way. And then the other thing is I have a bonus of lead conversion strategies. So once we actually do get them in our funnel and they're in our bookings funnel, there's some things that we can do from a lead conversion standpoint to get them to want to book with us over booking with somebody else. And so I'm going to share with you those lead conversion strategies that we can then build into our marketing so that we get a higher chance of them booking us. And then the third funnel is that surprise and delight. And this is where we're going to map out your client, your couple journey and what that looks like. And you'll get my Spark system where helps you map that out. And then we're going to actually build that out into your funnel. And we're going to automate any standard tasks that you have. And then we're going to double check and test all your funnels. We're going to troubleshoot any funnel pieces that you have. And then I have the funnel add-ons as a bonus as well, which is some other things that you can do once they are a client that you can add on to help give them even more love. And so there's some things there that I have strategies for as well that I'm including. So what does the live round mean? So live round means we're running from May 8th to July 31st. And it's 12 weeks, but I've mapped it out so that we have a lot of implementation weeks, because I know it's summertime. I know weddings, we're starting to get some weddings and things like that. So I wanted to make sure I built in a lot of implementation time for us. So that's why I've done 12 weeks. And so we will, you'll get kind of the material you need for that point in time dripped out as we go through the course, and then you'll have all the material at the end. And I don't want to like just overload you and give you everything at once, because I want you to make sure you're implementing it in the way that I've got it laid out, because that will make the most sense and make the most, it'll get it implemented the quickest and the easiest for you. So that's what I'm trying to say. So that is kind of what we're looking at here. Now, I do want you to know you do get lifetime access to all the course materials. So if for some reason that you have like a busy couple weeks, or you have you're not able, you have something happens in your life, whatever, you do get lifetime access to all the course materials. So you will be able to go back, review everything, like implement it on your own. And this is something you can do on demand. I just wanted to do actually a live round to kind of have some fun with it and to really help you build your funnel, because I know you can get stuck at times and things like that. So I do want to mention that. So this is, yep. So everything that you kind of get, you get, if it saved you time by creating an easy marketing funnel system so you can snag those newly engaged couples looking for your services, stop leaving couples to be hanging by only following up with them once, ensure you have multiple touch points built in to never miss any opportunity on booking that ideal couple, and create a marketing machine that is constantly doing the heavy lifting for you, a rinse and repeat system to work all year long, even when you are in your busy wedding season. So if it saved you time by creating an easy marketing funnel system, I'm sure you would be like, heck yes, right? So, and then if it also boosted your bookings and your bank account, even during a recession, because I know that's kind of where we're at right now, by working half the time without discounting your services and working with your ideal couples, that is what funnels do. And if it melted away that overwhelm that looms over you, so you can finally stop worrying about when your next couple will book, you can go from that side hustle part-time to full-time, or maybe even quit that job that is sucking that life out of you, or maybe go from that overworked full-time wedding pro to that underworked full-time wedding pro, and you can love your business and your life. So you really have two choices. And this is kind of and you'll see it up here on my thing too. You can either zig or you can zag. And so you could zig by keep doing what you've been doing and be just like everyone else, or you can zag and stand out and showcase yourself differently with authentic, value-based, and story-driven, simple funnel strategy that feels good for you and your potential couples. And that's the biggest thing. We want it to feel good for you and your potential couples, because that is going to drive more business your way. All right. So think for a second, how much would you pay to be able to build a simple and sustainable marketing funnel for your business if it gave you half your time back, plus did the heavy lifting so you could 2x your bookings with your ideal couples? So you will get all of this with the live round. It's either $888 or 3 payments of $333. And that is, and you're getting everything like that I talked about, my whole funnel system. There's swipe files. So there's 12 weeks of live coaching, the private community to ask questions. We've got my marketing strategy bootcamp, my quiz lead magnet strategy, the 7 powerful conversion strategies, 6 funnel add-on strategies. And then I'm going to help you with the tech as well, so you don't have to worry on that. You're going to get my Canva template library. You're going to have email swipe templates, and you're going to have the swipe landing pages for your opt-ins and your lead magnets and all of that good stuff. So I've tried to give you everything that you need. And if you are, and if you want to join before Wednesday at midnight, Pacific Standard Time, I'm actually going to throw in my Wedding Wins workshop as well, which is how to get them to book a call and to close that sale with you. And that's got my get seen method in there. It's a way to pull pull the call out for new couples, but in a way that feels personal and that less salesy way. Plus, I've included my sales script that I use that gives me about an 85 to 90% close rate on that. So you will get that as well. And this is Olivia, is one of our Wedding Pro students that is in this course, and she has completely transformed her business with this and has been able to grow exponentially. And so, yeah, so I just like to kind of share that. And there's more testimonials and stuff on the sales page as well, because I'm big on that too, trying to make sure that it's right and where do I invest my money when I'm looking at something. So if you were handed your marketing strategy and all you had to do was follow a step-by-step process and implement it in just 12 weeks, you can have your marketing funnel strategy created and implemented. So your marketing machine is doing the heavy lifting for you. Would you say yes? That is kind of, and I know it's a big investment, especially right now. There's a lot of us that are going through a lot of things. And so I was really trying to figure out the right price point, because it really should be sold for more. But I want as many people right now as possible to start getting funnels in their business, because I want them to be able to book more weddings. And so that's kind of why I've got it priced at what I do. I was actually going to price it higher, but I ended up doing it a little bit less for this round, just because I know there's a lot of things people are going through. But for most of us, if we ended up getting one wedding from the system, the ROI would be over that by far. So you are getting so much of my years of trial and error with this that I'm just handing over to you. And I do have a happiness guarantee. So we have a 7-day, within 7 days that you can ask for a refund. So there's that. And then, like I said, investing in your business can be hard. This is the other thing that I see a lot of times, is we invest in the wrong order. So you might be investing in a website and an expo and advertising, and even your time is worth something. But are you investing in the right order to maximize your money? So if you invest in an expo, for instance, but you don't have a marketing funnel in place, you're losing out on all of that opportunity of nurturing all those leads and ultimately possibly booking those leads. The funnel is such an important piece if you're looking at doing an expo. Same with the website. You could have an awesome website, but if you don't have anything that's you don't have that lead magnet that's really trying to grab those leads in and get them into your system. And then if you do have a lead that contacts you, but then you don't have the funnel, the nurture system in the back end, you're going to lose out on those bookings as well. So I just want you to really think about, we don't a lot of times think about the overall strategy, and that's where my brain goes to for you, is the strategy, right? So that you can actually be able to book those weddings with ease and maximize your money. So I want you to just really maximize your investment. I don't want you wasting your money. And that's a lot of times what I see is people are they're doing ads on the Knotter or Wedding Wire, but they haven't really, they don't have the funnel on the back end to work those leads for them and do that heavy lifting. So that's kind of just the other piece I wanted to share. So let me pop in. So that was that. Oh, there is a VIP option as upgrade option as well, where I will actually review your audits for you, or I'll do a custom funnel audit for you on each one of your funnels once you build it. So, and do a video recording, share with you any feedback. This can be redeemed within 6 months of purchase. So I wanted to give you a little extra time in case you wanted to hone in your funnels before you actually did that. So those couples to closing plus the VIP upgrade option is $1,111, and then, or 3 payments of $444. So I just wanted to share that. And a few more testimonials. It's been instrumental in helping her with a business, extreme expert in digital marketing and funnel creation. So again, you can zig or you can zag, and I'd love to zag with you and help you do that. So I will stick in the chat here. Let me stop sharing, and I will stick in the chat. If anybody wants to check out the sales page, I will share that link with you here in the chat. All right, what questions do people have? And I'll go through here. I think there's a few questions that people have. Okay. There is the link in the chat if you want to check out the sales page for more info there. And then, all right. I like that a lot. So happy. Good, Rick. Yay. I knew you'd love it once you saw the new stuff I had planned. I was getting ready to join the Knot as a wedding planner. Do you recommend doing this instead or start for faster results? I have a website and use Lisa, I would do the couples to closing. And then we can look at maybe joining the Knot. I used to do the Knot myself and Wedding Wire for advertising. I no longer do that. There's a couple, it works for some people, it doesn't work for others, but what I would really recommend is that you have your funnel set up so you can feed those leads that you get into your funnel and have more of an opportunity to book them. So I would look at doing the couples to closing because again, that's a lot of times what we do is we'll do the advertising first, but we don't have the strategy set up to go and work together on that. So we want the strategy first, so then we can maximize our money from that advertising standpoint. Carissa, can you share the second funnel offerings again? Yes, I'll go back to that in just a second. Take my money, Carissa. I'm interested. I have to leave. Will there be a replay? Yes, hopefully. Yes, there will be a replay. Really excited about being able to implement additional information to give to my clients, add value, particularly with things that aren't things we are trying to sell them. Exactly. And that's where there's some things that we can do. And I teach you inside there too, how you can be value-based and not just, hey, you ready to book my services type thing. So excited about this. Thank you. Yes, you're welcome. So excited. Okay. This is great and makes it so much easier on how to implement and create a marketing system. Yes, you got it. Does Rock Paper Coin have contact forms tied to projects like Honeybook? They do not, but ActiveCampaign does. So that's where I utilize ActiveCampaign because ActiveCampaign has the form side of things for that piece. So it kind of between those three systems that I have, it kind of weaves together what I need. Let's see. Are the scripts in the portal somewhere? Yes, the scripts will be, I've got brand new scripts dropping for this live round. So I've got brand new stuff coming for you. Yes, I need my time back, priceless. Yes. Link to sign up, please. Okay, you should have it. I have a meeting to end. I need to end for, okay. And there will be an email coming too that should be coming in your inbox anytime now. Definitely more valuable than an expo. You have already answered my previous question. The Knot. Okay, perfect. Great information. On another note, I have a question regarding the IG email you sent today with regards to the grid. After changing images, how do you make a 6 grid look more transparent, effective, like you showed in Canva? Oh, is that template, Marcy? Is that template I've got? Can you clarify that for me? I think that's the one you're talking about. Lisa says the Knot has been terrible. Yes, I wish I didn't have 4 months of pay. Yeah, the Knot and Wedding Wire is just yeah, it's just changed over the years. It's just not what it's just not really helping us anymore. Is the best way to put it. Interested, however, I signed up for the content club, but I have not downloaded or used any content to date. Maybe because I'm lost on how to use. Will we start buying this instead? Be helpful. Yes. So the other, so some of you might be in my content club. So my Weddingpreneurs content club is that kind of helps you draw in and attract your ideal clients into your funnel. So that's how those kind of fit together. So your content club is kind of a separate piece to helping you get visible, get seen, stay top of mind on your social media and from your content standpoint. So that feeds into kind of the funnel system. So you could definitely pause that while you build your funnel and then go back and add the content club once you get your kind of your funnel built. So that Yep. So that works. It's not duplicate stuff either, just so you know. When will the class be? So what I'm going to do is after we end up getting, so our live coaching, after we end up getting, the people that join, I'm going to send out a survey to see what times work best for most people. And we're going to actually build it off of your schedule. So I'm going to try to accommodate and do what works well for most of the people that have joined, and try to, that way most people can join as live as possible. If you can't join live, no worries. There will be a replay, and you can always ask your questions ahead of time, and I'll answer them on that call as well. So we'll try to accommodate it as much as possible, so you're not stuck and get all your questions answered. And you can also, inside the Facebook group, you can also pop in questions there, and I'll answer them in there too. Any other options besides the 3 months for payments? Not currently. That's kind of what we've got set right now. Still need to work with you on the website template. Yes, I've got, I was working on some things for you, Rick. Thank you, Brad. Can you use contact form made in Google Suite to incorporate to Rock Paper? I know you're working on adding that feature eventually. Yes, there's definitely some different things that we can do from a contact form standpoint with Google Suite as well. And so yeah, so we can do, and then there's Zapier, if you've ever heard of Zapier, and that's another piece, that software that you can use that can connect your systems. And the one thing I love about Zapier is if we're under like 100 tasks a month, which most likely wedding pros are, it's free. So that's another thing that I'm big on, is finding as many free resources and connecting and automating as much as we can. So yes, the template. I will can you pop that into the Content Club, Marcy, for me, for that question? And then I'll I'll do a video for that for you, I think, to answer that question for you. Glenna, sorry, late, was in last minute. No worries. There'll be a replay, Glenna, as well. I did both this and the Content Club. Yes. So the Content Club will help feed in to get you more leads into your funnel and all of that good stuff. So they, complement each other. Missed what we are joining, please expand. Hi, Glenna. Okay, so it's couples to closing, and I'll pop it up here on the screen again really quick. What are your thoughts on Google listing versus the not? So like in Google Ads, or like so I definitely recommend having your Google listing. Google Ads, I definitely are way better than the not ads, because Google Ads you have a lot of control over. You can figure out what you want from who you want to target. You just have much more control over your money than you do with the not. So that hopefully that answered that question. That's Google My Business, correct? Yes, yeah, Google My Business. Yep. And then you can do Google Ads if you wanted to, get into the ad side of things. Okay, let me pop back up here for anybody that. Let's do. So here, Glenna, this is, I put in the chat to the sales page, so you can see that. And then the replay will be coming out as soon as it pops into my email that says it's ready. But this is couples to closing. So you get my 3 funnel system that I've created. Plus I've got 10 bonuses for you that are going to help you convert more weddings, different strategies that I've honed in over the years. And then you'll also get my Wedding Wins workshop, which is my book a call and close a sale strategy as well. So it's $888 for 1 payment, or 3 payments of $333. And so there's a lot more to it. There's a live round that's happening May 8th through July 31st, and all that's on that sales page as well. So you've got all of that there. But if you have any specific questions, just shoot me a email as well. And I'm happy to answer any questions that way too. So, all right. Any other questions, anybody? Are we excited? Like who is going to build their funnels with me? I'm just so excited. I love funnels, and I love because just teaching this, because it is something that feels so complicated, but it doesn't have to be, and it can really be life-changing for your business. So All right. Any last minute questions? All right. I don't think so. Okay. All right. Well, if there's no additional questions, I thank you for giving me your time today. I know your time's valuable and I sure appreciate it. And if you do have any questions, just let me know. But I would love to see you inside Couples to Closing and help you build your funnel marketing machine. So, all right. We will see you guys later. Bye.